So what are your hobbies? Yeah, we just got out of Jurassic Park 59, The Search for Robot T-Rex. I don't know.
Okay.
No, just kidding. Hey guys, what's up? It's BigJackFilms here, and welcome to an opening night. I'm here with Obscure Media TV.
Hello.
Haven't seen him in a while. Where the fuck have you been? I know, Patreon-wise, I'm still working on getting a review opening night of The Notebook out. I have to watch that Patreon request.
Yeah.
But because he was visiting, he hasn't seen the movie yet, and I am 5 months due to doing a spoiler review of this movie, because I talked about it when it first came out.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Godzilla vs. Kong again on this channel, because...
Might as well.
You know, because the thing is like, he never seen it. This is his first time seeing the movie. And on my end, it's probably now the full time I've watched it, probably about the 5th time.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it's because there's not many good movies I want to see this year.
yeah.
I mean, I've seen a lot of shits. Cruella, Space Jam was okay. It was actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
But, you know, this is one that I thought, well, fuck it. Why don't we, him and I watch it again? And we'll just do spoilers, because I haven't talked about the spoilers, and a lot of our fans have been asking for it. So,
yeah.
I've already discussed sort of my opinions on the movie, which still stand, as well as the previous films in the Monsterverse. But let's get it on your end, what your thoughts have been on it, kind of all the way through.
Okay. Wasn't bad. I think. I think once we got to Hong Kong.
Well, we're talking about the Monsterverse movies. So like,
Wow.
Yeah, Godzilla 2014.
That
Kong,
sucked.
Yeah, it has not aged well. It has not. I mean, it was good when it came out, but the more you watch it, the
It was
worse
okay
it
when
gets.
it came out.
And then Kong Skull Island.
I like that one.
That was great.
Solid movie.
That was a good opening night too. Like that got a lot of views. Thank you all so much. You haven't seen King of the Monsters,
No, I
so
haven't. Probably should have watched that first, but
well, we're on a time crunch. Maybe another time.
Yeah.
If you guys want us to do a spoiler on that, let us know.
let's move down there.
Yeah. But yeah, Kong Skull Island. Your first impressions of it overall?
Kong Style.
Or no, Godzilla vs. Kong.
So, like I said, it was a solid movie.
It's a solid movie. I think it's what a lot of audiences needed this year. And, I think this and Space Jam and a few other films,
I still have to see Space Jam.
Oh, it's fun. It's a big, dumb movie.
Yeah, I've heard, like, mixed things, but...
There's some good cameos in that one.
Yeah.
But, it's kind of, I think, what audiences need. We're so done with the dark and gritty and everything, and, just everything being Nolanized, and now it's all about, let's just have some fun. This movie is a big fuck it to how the Hollywood system runs. So fuck it. We've got these characters. Let's have some fun with them.
Just have them fight. Let's do it.
And they'll start with the opening scene. The opening scene is basically fucking Shrek. Kong is Shrek. So, pulling that Smash Mouth, somebody once told me that I was on Skull Island, a lyric that's reference to the film, I don't know. He literally gets up and he scratches his ass.
Literally.
Takes a shower. Guy needs to stay hygiene. Props on him.
Yeah.
But we find out that it's Skull Island still, because that's where he left off in the last film.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Monarch has pretty much run the place and has put him in a giant dome. So it's the Simpsons movie all over again.
Literally.
But the reason for it is simple: to keep Kong alive, because Skull Island is now... It's kind of like the Peter Jackson film where it's kind of sinking, but it's because of a tropical storm. And Kong befriends a little girl named... I always get that shit wrong in watching certain movies.
Yeah.
And she's deaf, and give them credit, they got an actual deaf actor for this. Like, that was legit.
Yeah, pretty cool.
And the reason she's not afraid of Kong, and they have sort of the King Kong show, little kid and Kong dynamic, is because she's deaf, and she can't hear us roaring, she's not scared of him.
Yeah.
So, Kong doesn't like being all kept up in a dome.
Yeah, for sure.
Where they can probably play, like, kaiju football or baseball or something,
Yeah.
Surprised Kong hasn't hit a home run yet.
Yeah.
So, and then it opens with, sort of a recap of the last few movies.
Yeah.
You see all the monsters are gone. Aside from Kong and Godzilla, the last two. And I will say this, so we have the tech company Apex, which has a pre-show. The whole thing looks like Cyberdyne.
Yeah.
And it reminds me a lot of the Terminator 2 pre-show with Cyberdyne and Skynet at Universal Studios.
Yeah.
I kept expecting Linda Hamilton and Edward Furlong to break in and try to stop Skynet from creating another thing. So, but we'll get to that in a sec. But there's a conspirator guy who's kind of spying on all of it.
Yeah.
And comes across this little red orb thing, which you're like, is that like a Saiyan pod? Did they capture Vegeta? Oh no. And then what's great is that Godzilla attacks Florida, so Disneyland's off the table.
Oh god.
No, I guess Godzilla didn't like the fact that Kong got a Universal ride and not him.
Yeah.
That didn't happen, and even if he got his own ride, it was Shin Godzilla versus Evangelion, the ride at Universal. Oh, it's actually a kick-ass ride.
Sounds kick-ass.
They literally make Shin Godzilla fight Evangelion.
That's fucking cool.
And they have a limited edition Evangelion-themed Mechagodzilla figure, so...
Awesome.
Well, it goes for a lot now.
Sure it does.
Of course, sure it does. I mean, this is the same Universal Studios Japan that makes Attack on Titan the ride.
Oh, really?
And Dragon Ball Z the ride. And Sailor Moon the ride.
That's awesome.
Why the fuck don't we have this shit? Why didn't we get a Sailor Moon simulator ride at Canada's Wonderland back in '95? I have no idea. But anyway,
it's a missed opportunity.
I love it because that whole scene with Godzilla attacking Florida is what I wanted from 2014. I wanted to see him. I wanted to see him wreck shit. I wanted to say, fuck at the people. I'm gonna go fuck shit up.
Yeah.
And I love how because he's in Florida, they kind of made it look like they kind of made him look like an alligator. Yeah. Because kind of when you point the light in the rivers in Florida, you see a lot of gators. So it kind of reminded me of that. And obviously we have Monarch, who is still run by Kyle Chandler and his daughter from Stranger Things. It's funny. This is Kyle Chandler's second Kong adventure.
Right.
Because he was Bruce Baxter in the Peter Jackson movie. No relation, by the way, though that would have been cool. He was actually Baxter's ancestor.
Yeah.
Although there is another nod to Kong when we come across Alex Skarsgård, so Tarzan's in the movie. This is the closest we're going to get to Tarzan meets King Kong. At Denham University. I just noticed this watching the film again. I never noticed it.
I'm surprised you noticed that.
I kind of just slipped my mind. Denham University. So... Carl Denham is in here somewhere. I thought that was kind of nifty. No Herb, though.
They never give a nod to Herb.
They never do.
I was just like, fuck Herb.
Not even a Cooper. I mean, in Kong Skull Island, funny enough, in Kong Skull Island, the senator that John Goodman meets in the beginning, senator and a secretary, Senator Willis and Secretary O'Brien. Willis O'Brien?
Yes, I get it.
So I was like, okay, there are a lot of nods to the previous Kong and Godzilla movies in this. There's a nod, Apex has a sector called Sector 33, which was a nod to the 1933 film. Although it's funny too, because I noticed this when the conspirator guy is looking through Apex, and there's that computer guy. Yeah. Because I know James Rolfe said in his review he was going to be in the movie. Why do I get the feeling that would have been his role? As a security guard, and maybe he's on his side job playing a Game Boy or something. He's I don't know, he's playing Primal Rage on Game Boy or something. There's some little tie-in. Hey, if Space Jam, there is some Nintendo nods in that movie. If Space Jam can have that, Warner Brothers, why don't you? I mean, Universal too. So
man, it's fucking wow.
So basically, Alexander Skarsgård, Tarzan. I'm just gonna call him Tarzan. Has been running the show with what's going on with Kong. He knows about the Hollow Earth theory that they discovered in Kong Skull Island. And basically Apex, along with the son of Dr. Serizawa, no worries, the son of Dr. Serizawa want him to help out getting to the Hollow Earth, but in order to do that, they need, as they say in the trailer, we need Kong. The world needs him. So he goes and they bring Kong on the ship. No need for gas bombs this time. He's got a neck brace with tranquilizers. Yeah. And they just put him on top of a super tanker, so kind of like how the Petrox did. Yeah. It's like, welcome to Explorer. Get an aircraft to Surabaya. I want to arrange an airdrop or whatever. Get a super tanker. And they're just going off to where they can get to the Hollow Earth. And unfortunately, Godzilla interferes, and we get probably one of the best scenes in the movie. I want you to take over for this one. You talk about this scene.
I'm trying to remember.
The whole aircraft, the ship scene, where they're on the boats fighting.
Yeah, Godzilla kind of shows up. I can't remember how he showed up, bro.
Well, he shows up like Jaws.
Yeah, it's like out of the water.
Like Jaws with a mix of Shin Godzilla with like the tail flipping the jet. Oh, it's such a great scene. I'll say this: the scene is basically let's take $200 million and adapt our kids playing with their bathtub toys.
Basically, yeah. You have like Kong jumping on the ships.
Oh my god, he's like freaking! It's like a video game. It's like Donkey Kong on water. Yeah, oh, and also that's another thing. I've never seen Kong fight underwater. That was new.
Yeah, that's kind of a first.
I don't think we've ever seen him fight underwater. Let alone like jump on boats that are probably lesser than his weight.
Oh, easily lesser than his weight. He's like, fucking huge.
He's tossing jets at Godzilla, just throwing them. And all that first knockout punch is just gold. That's
great.
That's one of the greatest things. I'm like, yeah, Kong, you deserve that first punch.
Yeah.
And then Godzilla just pimp slaps him. And, it's a great fight scene.
Yeah.
A lot of flipping the ships, and I want to see this whole scene recut.
Yeah.
Or just the whole scene re-edited. It's the same scene edited. But at the very end, it pans out, and it's SpongeBob playing in the bathtub, like in the teaser for this first SpongeBob. And it's like, die! Because that's what this felt like. This in the last Godzilla. It's just kids playing with their action figures, and that was the storyboards.
Yeah.
They just filmed their whole movies, and that's what this felt like, and it was awesome.
Right.
Godzilla shoots the beam under the water to get Kong, and Kong does a Die Hard move.
Oh, yeah, it's like jumping off.
Yippee-ki-yay, Mother Gojira!
Yeah.
It was awesome, and there's again, a lot of nods to the other movies. Kong eats a lot of fish.
Yeah,
so the 98 reference, which was nice. There was, there's a lot of nods to a lot of the Showa era stuff, especially the original Kong versus Godzilla. There's a lot of Easter eggs throughout.
I wouldn't know, because I've never seen the original.
You've never seen the original?
Nope.
You have to change that. That's a fun movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, where it's goofy, comic book fun.
That.
So, basically, Godzilla won that fight, but Kong had to pretend it's basically they have to shut down the ships and turn off all the power to make it look like they lost, and Godzilla just has that look and stay out.
Yeah, literally.
And Kong's just sitting there he's just like it's okay, I'm dead.
Like, I'm alright.
No. He's just like Godzilla, I'm dead. It's like okay, I'm dead. It's like when you're role playing with friends in a game and you're fighting each other and you don't want to get beat up anymore. Okay, I'm dead. I'll go to the shadow realm. And I love even at that the deaf girl's going thank you everything. Who else just wanted to see Kong just be like Eugene and Hey Arnold? I'm okay. Can I get a drink?
Yeah.
Half the time, Kong whenever he gets his exhausted, he just looks like he wants to go grab a beer as soon as possible. It's like banana smoothies or something, with some rum and whatever. So, basically, they take Kong to Antarctica. So again, first time Kong in the snow.
Yeah, that was interesting.
A lot of new stuff for Kong in this movie. He's underwater. He's in the snow. He eats fish. He can talk.
Literally.
He can talk. Well, not literally. It's not like Planet of the Apes where he's like, Caesar is home.
But he communicates with sign language.
It is kind of like Rise of the Planet of the Apes, where it's where Caesar's talking with the orangutan, and he's doing this. It's like apes together, strong, and it's like apes are stupid, right? So it is very much like this sign language, and I was just like, the monkey. I want to cut to George of the Jungle, did that monkey just speak? It's I love it. It might as well, because he's he's not only an ape, but he's an intelligent one.
Yeah, he's an intelligent.
And it's great because he's both bipedal, where he's on all twos, he's on all fours. It's not like King Kong Lives, where you can easily see him on just 2 feet, and then when he's on all 4 feet, it looks like arm extensions. It naturally fits the character. It's like a perfect blend of everything Kong, and Kong has never looked better in the effects department. This is peak CGI. So he goes to Antarctica, so it's Kong in the snow. It's the Kong Christmas special.
Oh, God.
Merry Christmas from Skull Island.
Jesus fucking Christ.
But it's funny, too. I love, they have to basically lie to him and say there could be family in there. Just where it's hey, Kong, Santa might be in there. Santa!
It's a joke we made, that whole scene.
Yeah, and then we find out Hollow Earth, it's Jules Verne's Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Yeah.
Because you go to the center of the Earth, there's a lost world, and there's all this crazy gravitational pulls, there's, like, snake bat things, and there's a great little animation nod to the original where, like, when Kong's beating his chest at one point, it looks like right after he killed the T-Rex, the same Willis O'Brien animation. Kong's fighting those things, and that was cool. He's drinking out of them, which I'm like, ooh, well, the guy has to eat.
Yeah.
And then he's, like, suddenly running through, trekking through the mountains, and there's some crab things, and Bidensaurus, I know that little lizard thing in the corner, that's Bidensaurus to me. Right. And then, goes up to the mountains, sees a couple of floating rocks, so what does he do, Brad?
Kong fucking flies.
Think a happy thought, Colin! Okay, happy thought, I'm in Neverland. Jessica Lange's boobs. I can fly! It's a Shooting Stars meme, it's the Leia flying scene.
I was just gonna say that, it's like Leia, the Leia flying scene all over.
In The Last Jedi.
No, yeah, Last Jedi, that's right.
Well, but I thought it was actually, like, it was ridiculous in that movie, but I thought that was cool. Yeah. So, Kong, it's supposed to be because of a gravitational thing, but yes.
Gravitational thing.
King Kong can fly. Fuck it. We're doing whatever we want now. Fuck logic.
Fuck logic. Fuck it, we're doing it live.
We're doing it live, exactly. And Kong goes into a, a little mountain thing. It looks like Mount Doom. And, guy's got a throne and a battle axe. It's like Kong ended up in frickin', what's Thor's world called? Shit.
Oh, fuck.
Like it looks like Thor's world. I forget what it is.
I can't remember.
Marvel people will know in the comments.
Yeah, I'll listen them down in the comments.
And he sits on his throne, and it looks like the comfiest chair. He's sitting there with his axe, like he's fucking Conan. The Baron's like, just want to cut some Mako going. And for the eternal years, King Kong sat on his throne and became a mighty ruler against the giant vulture Mitch McConnells.
Oh, God.
Those bird vulture things, they look like Mitch McConnell. I don't know why.
Kinda do. Because it has like sort of like the ball sacky sort of
the ball sack. It looks like they're about to talk like Jimmy Stewart. King Kong ain't got shit on me. I want to live again, Clarence.
Oh, God.
What the fuck did I get into? So, meanwhile, we have Mile Bobby Brown and her friend and the conspiracy guy kind of on their own side story, which is kind of weird in this movie. I noticed that the Team Kong crew and the Team Godzilla crew, they never really crossed paths.
Not really at all, no.
I mean, even like Kyle Chandler is only here and there as a small role, as much as Laura Dern in the third Jurassic Park. Mm-hmm. But what's interesting is that they kind of discover what Apex is doing, and it is a total nod to the original Showa film because Mechagodzilla is in this movie.
He's in this movie.
What did you think of that? Like,
of Mechagodzilla?
Just the surprise. Like, did it kind of seem like at that point the movie was going to become predictable, or was it more like, oh, that's cool?
I thought it was cool, but it's becoming kind of predictable. Like, oh, here we go. It's going to be a team-up sort of thing.
Yeah, it's Batman v Superman.
Batman v Superman. You kind of saw it coming. It made it kind of obvious.
People always make the Batman v Superman. I just make the Family Guy Jaws joke where it's like, we're going to get you, Jaws.
Yes.
Oh, look! What is that? It's Bigger Jaws! Oh, no! We have a common enemy. We should work together. It's like, okay, I know it's a cliche for characters to do that, but in this, again, it's appropriate for this.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense. It's just, again, predictable.
Though there's a lot of, aside from the Godzilla and Kong, there's a lot of Evangelion nods in this.
See, I don't know because I've never seen Evangelion.
Well, first of all, Mechagodzilla is powered by nerve systems rather than, like, this and that. He's controlled by nerve systems.
Yeah.
Although he's powered by unobtainium from Avatar, from Pandora. It's that plot. People complain about people complain about the two characters fighting and then uniting against a common enemy, but nobody ever questions that, really, we're doing the Avatar plot again? Because the whole thing is like, we're a big corporation who wants to help this environment. Surprise! We're the big bad corporation who want to take the minerals and the power of this place and use it to harness our own and create weapons.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with that. I was like, oh, really?
Yeah, because like
a million fucking times.
Because you have like the head of Apex's daughter, who's basically Baroness from G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Like Apex and like the bad guys from the second Godzilla, they're basically Cobra. They're kaiju Cobra.
Makes sense.
You know, like, I wouldn't be, like, it would be kind of cool if Hasbro made a deal with, can we do a G.I. Joe Godzilla crossover? If Cobra was the world, I'm like, yes. And then that was just the Baroness. Although, I love how she gets one of the best deaths.
Okay.
Where, like, she gets in the truck and tries to leave, Kong looks at her, and, like, just crushes her, and you just hear her go, no.
Yeah.
Like, that was funny. There's just so many good moments in this, like, just visually.
Yeah, visually, for sure.
But then you wonder, how does Kong get to fight Godzilla again? Because right now, Godzilla's in Hong Kong. Don't go to Tokyo, unfortunately. But it's like, hey, it's neon light Asian city. It's close to Tokyo enough. But you wonder, how does Kong get back to basic Earth? Because he went through a 2001 Space Odyssey, warp thing. Well, you know the term, you ever dug a hole to China?
They dig a hole to fucking China.
Godzilla digs a hole from China.
Close enough.
To the center of the Earth, and Kong, all of Kong's throne is all fucked up, and Kong just looks at Godzilla like, hey! Quit fucking up my house! And Godzilla's like, well, fuck you. He's like, alright, well, I'm gonna kick your ass. Round 2, it's awesome.
Yeah.
All the lights and everything. I mean, I know people complain about them always fighting at night, but at least this one's well lit and you can see what's going on.
Yeah.
And there's some great nods to the original Kong. Like, Kong tries to climb up buildings and Godzilla's like, oh, no, you don't. We ain't doing this shit again.
Yeah.
And there's like, they do the thing from the original. Where it's like, eat your fucking vegetables, and like shoves it down his throat. Yeah. Although I would have taken James' advice, just shove it up his ass. Yeah! You recut it where he like shoves it, just shove that overhead shot of Godzilla going, ah! It's like a Tom and Jerry cartoon. Ah! Although it does become kind of a Tom and Jerry chase when like Godzilla's trying to nip at Kong. And Kong's just like, whoa, hold on, time out. It's like da 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 da. Yeah. Well, Tom and Jerry came out this year too. Yeah. We forgot about that because it was fucking horrible. The 92 one was better, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That one had Henry Mancini, at least.
Yeah.
So, it ends where dominantly Godzilla wins. And I know... I want to get your opinion first on that.
Will Godzilla win?
Yeah.
I thought it was alright. I thought it was appropriate.
Yeah, because... so here's my take on it, because I am Team Kong. I was rooting for him, but here's the thing. He lost, and honestly, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
The only reason is because it's fair.
Yeah.
Kong won in 62. This is the rematch we've been waiting 60 years for. Were we really going to wait 60 years? Were we really going to wait 60 years just to see Kong beat his ass again? No, I think the Godzilla fans deserve a fair beat up with Kong. And look, they both kind of handled it like pros. It was literally like a UFC match. Fuck the Olympics. Yeah. Fuck the Olympics. This was the fight of the century.
Yeah.
Fuck all those YouTube boxings with Logan Paul who's a little bitch. And, like, all these other boxers. This was the fight I was going to pay for.
Yeah.
And it was great. So it's like they're beating the shit out of each other. And Kong gets his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Clawed through the heart, clawed up, broken fucking arm.
Yeah, just gets, like, beating the shit out of him.
And it ends like the nostalgia critic fighting the angry video game nerd. Because, like, Godzilla looks down at him and it's just like, fuck you! Yeah. And Kong's just like fuck you! And like, I just want to see it replace ADGN nostalgia critic. Fuck! It was amazing. But I love even then at that point, Godzilla just looks at Kong and says, like, okay, I was not expecting you to talk shit back to me.
Yeah. But
I respect that. You know what? I'm gonna let you leave with a couple of bruises. Don't ever come back. I respect you, kid. And even then when he walks away, Kong's trying to get up. I just picture Raphael's lines from the first Ninja Turtles where he's like, come back here! I'm not finished with you! Damn!
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so... But then obviously we get to the big, Batman v Superman fight. At least there's no, like, Wonder Woman. Because in that one, Wonder Woman shows up to help out. And that's where you get the whole, she with you? I thought she was with you. Oh, so, although everybody made the joke already, I might as well just get out of the way. I'm going to try not to make this joke in my actual review, but when they're both shouting at each other, just have Kong be like, save Mothra! Why did you say that name? Now, do you get the... Have you seen that clip? Yeah, because the whole thing about their both mother's name. Martha. But it says, save Mothra! Like, this is the thing. You wonder if... Because this was obviously maybe planned after after Batman v Superman, if not before.
I don't know.
But do you think maybe Warner Brothers saw like an early cut of this right out, like, hey, this is kind of Batman v Superman-y and nobody liked that. Are we sure we want to do this? Like, fuck it. Because that's the thing I think Warner Brothers did with this, is that King of the Monsters, while it was, I loved it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people loved it. It wasn't well received. It was kind of like a lot, because at that point, I'll be, well, where are all the characters? Who gives a shit? It was a great tribute, so it kind of underperformed. So because of that, with Godzilla vs. Kong, I think Warner Brothers was really hesitant on releasing this, because they didn't know if this was just going to be... I think they went in thinking this was going to be a disaster.
Maybe. Yeah.
Like, it's one of those movies. And you know what? I've learned this in Hollywood. When studios think your movie's a disaster, it's destined to be a masterpiece. Because it's not the typical. It's something different. Star Wars, all these movies, Jaws, like, doomed to fail. And they become these huge hits.
Sense.
So
makes a lot of sense, actually.
You know, and then what happens? They put out the first trailer because, fuck it, they held off on, like, releasing anything for a long time. The trailer didn't come out until, like, I think 2 months before the movie's release.
Basically.
You never see movies do that anymore. Normally, the first trailer comes out a year.
At least, yeah.
But now it's, like, 2 months away?
That's
crazy. I mean, that was a risk, because you don't know if this movie's going to be heavily marketed now.
Yeah.
Trailer came out, people loved it.
Yeah.
People were saying, this is what we've been wanting, go, cheering and shit. And at that point, when that trailer went down, it's their now highest trailer on YouTube.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers realized, okay, go, put this out, merchandise it, poster it, whore this shit out last minute, let's go. Yeah. And that's when you got a bunch of announcements of a Kong anime, more Godzillas from Japan. Yeah. Even Paramount said, we're going to do another Cloverfield movie.
Oh, really?
But we're not going to be doing an anthology. We're going to be a direct sequel to the first one, because monster movies are the shit right now.
Interesting.
So, see how much this movie just sparked it. We even got a last-minute Asylum movie, Ape vs. Monster, with Eric Roberts, which, what the fuck, dude? So, obviously, the monster rematch of 60 years has really paid off, because now everybody's trying to capitalize on it. Everybody's trying to have fun with it.
Yeah.
And so now it's like, with this finale, because they've been debating if this is going to be the last film, I think they're going to try to rework their contract, because this movie made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough.
I'm trying to rework the contract.
Yeah, because box office, it's doing well.
Yeah.
Especially during this pandemic. It got a lot of people subscribing to HBO Max. That's the main reason. It made a lot of money on HBO Max. But it's just, it's a hit. And because of that, it's like, well, because this was supposed to be the last one, because, Warner Brothers and Toho's contract expired, so now they're probably thinking, well, we want to actually get it renewed, because we want to make more of these now.
Yeah.
So with this finale, if this was, I'd be like, that's a solid finale.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So, you have a couple movies building up these characters, and then you have them do the rematch. I mean, normally you just do the rematch and that's it, but they had time to establish, who these characters are, what their backgrounds are.
Yeah.
And the end fight, where they both team up against Mechagodzilla, I'm like, that was something I never thought I could see or imagine or want, but I frickin' loved it.
Yeah.
It is great to see these two rivals for 60 years just kind of team up and just be at the end say, let's be best friends. Although, again, there's a lot... I'll say this about Adam Wingard. He's a big anime weeb. He's a big anime fan. You can see a lot of anime in this. Again, Evangelion, the way the Mechagodzilla is, like, controlled through the mind thing. But then also, nobody's brought this up. The business guy turns to the son of Sarah Wazawa and says, get in the goddamn robot. Or he says, no, just get in the goddamn shirt. But it's a big nod to Evangelion where it's like, Shinji, get in the goddamn robot. That's a thing that happens. So, hey, Adam, maybe you should make the Evangelion movie that Weta was going to make 20 years ago.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh, yeah, when Lord of the Rings came out, a company tried to get an Evangelion movie off the ground, hired a Weta workshop to do the concept art, but it never went off the ground. And apparently the guys at Weta, they're huge anime guys.
I can see that.
So, and they know about Inuyasha, so it's like my dreams are close.
They're close.
So, so the whole fight at the end with Mechagodzilla, it's total anime brawl. You've got beam struggles out of Dragon Ball Z. You've got the fight between Godzilla and Kong when they're teaming up against Mechagodzilla. It's right out of when Goku. Like something like a lot of people see Goku and Vegeta fighting cooler, Frieza's brother, but I see a lot more Goku and Piccolo fighting Raditz at the beginning. The only thing missing was Kong doing a full Nelson, which I did think was going to happen, but it didn't.
No,
but sort of did because Mechagodzilla in this one, he's got what I love about Mechagodzilla in this movie. He's very robotic, like old school robots. He's not a Bay Former where he's like nanobot techs, where it's like all these little mirrors like transferring them. No, like when he moves, he's bulky. He's like he's like old school,
like actual robot.
And I miss that shit. Can we go back to those robots? Let's go back to robot jocks. Let's go back to I don't know the Terminator, like Stan Winston shit. Old school with the sound effects too. The sounds were great on him.
Yeah.
You know, it just sounded like an old school robot. He had the missiles. He did a Falcon Punch, smacking the fuck out of Godzilla, and even he's got the Dragon Zord tail. He's got a Dragon Zord tail in this movie. So I want to know, which design do you like better, this or Ready Player One?
I vaguely remember Ready Player One design.
It's okay. I mean, you kind of have to look at them back. I am starting to... at first, when I saw the design for this, I was like, oh, it's okay. But I think over time, the more I've watched the movie, I've actually come to really like Mechagodzilla's design in this. And it is very much a nod to the Heisei Godzillas, the Kiryu saga of Godzilla movies, with how they make Mechagodzilla, and a little bit of Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, where he's like created for evil, and you have your small little group of heroes sneaking into the facilities. A lot of that in this, and it's just the whole finale is just so much fun. Kong's just like
very fun.
The axe. There's so much to talk about, and I do want to do a full review of this thing.
Yeah.
But the fight was insane, and it ends where it's like a gang movie.
Yeah.
Godzilla, you think they're about to fight after destroying Mechagodzilla after Kong does an amazing Mortal Kombat move.
Right.
Where's my tournament fighter? Where's my Godzilla tournament fighter for all the new consoles?
Yeah, really.
That'd be great. Not this, go around, Godzilla's approaching the generator. The generator is losing power. Like, give me a monster fighting game with Kong included.
Oh, yeah.
You ever notice Kong has never been in a fighting game?
Oh, really?
Never been in a fighting game. Except for the Peter Jackson one, but that doesn't count. That's an adventure game.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like a tournament fighter where you choose your monster and you make him fight. Let's get that, please.
Wake up.
So it was fun. The music's great. I'll say this about the music. I mean, they got the guy who did Batman v Superman, so it has that sort of, Hans Zimmer feel to it.
Yeah.
It
Never
sounds...
seen Man of Steel.
It's okay. It's okay. Well, they play the Man of Steel theme, and at that point, no, this ain't King Kong. This is Super Kong. And to be fair, that sounds like kind of an upgrade from King Kong.
I'm just imagining Kong in a Superman suit.
Well, not even that. Well, I mean, he did fly. Dun, 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 dun. What the fuck?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
I thought your reactions were priceless watching this. You're just like, what the fuck?
Yes.
Because you never thought you'd see, you will believe a Kong can fly.
Yeah, it was just like one of those, sort of moments, like, what the fuck?
Exactly. What?
It's like, what? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's amazing. But yeah, I noticed that, and you know what? I kind of like the soundtrack for that, because it does feel like, in a way, I mean, this is Warner Brothers, but it does feel kind of like a DC movie.
Yeah, okay, you kind of get that vibe a little bit.
You get a little bit of that, and total disregard for death and destruction. And look, unlike Superman, this is okay because it's a giant dinosaur that was created from atomic radiation shit. You might as well.
Yeah.
And it ends where, again, it kind of ends like a Spike Lee movie, where it's like a gang movie where at the end Godzilla and Kong's just like, cool blood, we're cool, peace out. They do that shit. And it's great, and I had a blast. I have so much fun watching this movie. Every time I show it to somebody, they're like, oh, this is actually really cool.
Yeah, it is really cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of that is so cool moments in this.
Yeah, there's only like a handful of that.
The characters are to be desired. The characters are
They're boring.
You go ahead. I know you don't like the characters.
I just don't care about any of the characters, except for the little girl. So I like what did Silent Hunter Kong and stuff. Like,
they're the only ones with chemistry. chemistry in this movie.
Yeah, literally, like, any other character, I'm like, I don't care about you, I don't care about you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Fuck you, Stranger Things. Fuck you, Bruce Baxter.
Well, I like Stranger Things. But,
okay, fuck you, Tarzan.
I said, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care.
Fuck you, Shinji. Fuck you, Baroness.
It's like, fuck you, let's go see some more Godzilla or something.
Yeah, you had a complaint. You said Godzilla was barely in this.
Yeah, up until, like, it kind of made up for it in the last, like, third in Hong Kong and stuff. But I found, like, there were times where I was, like, watching Kong and something like, I wonder what Godzilla is up to. Because you don't see him a whole lot.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it is, again, sort of like 2014, like, in a way. But this is way better, because at least you see the fucker.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think the thing is that, the thing is, like, when you have this, because the thing is, the last Godzilla was totally his movie. I think there's more Godzilla in King of the Monsters than there is in this. This is very much a Kong story.
But we had a whole Kong story.
But that's the thing, it's like, we've had 4 movies, 2 for Godzilla and 2 for Kong, basically.
No.
You know?
This should have been a King Kong movie, King Kong versus Godzilla, if you're going to do that.
Well, yeah, I mean, but at the same time, it's like, you can see how they kind of had to even it out. They didn't want one to overshadow the other.
But one did kind of overshadow the other.
Well, again, the last movie was totally dedicated to Godzilla.
I guess so, yeah.
So
I probably should watch that.
You should. I think you'd maybe give it a bit. You'd probably realize, okay, that's why they made it more of a Kong story.
Yeah.
Because that movie is good. Like, I do love King of the Monsters. That's a fun movie.
Yeah, I heard, like, mixed things.
Oh, I loved it. It was a wonderful tribute to the classic Godzilla. Yeah. It's like everything I wanted from 2014, you'll get in this movie.
Okay.
It's good. So
it's good to know.
I still like this movie. I think this is one of the best movies of 2021.
That's not hard to be, though.
Yeah, because I mean, it's funny. Like, top 3 movies right now for me have been Godzilla vs. Kong, Space Jam, and actually one I actually have curious to see. I think it's called The Mad God. It's a stop-motion feature directed by Phil Tippett, who did a lot of special effects in the 80s, Empire Strikes Back, RoboCop, Jurassic Park. He helped on that as an animation supervisor. But he actually left the industry and he made the stop-motion feature.
Yeah.
And it looks really terrifying and scary and shit.
Yeah.
Like, not Nightmare Before Christmas, like straight up almost R-rated stop-motion. I'm like, I want to see this. Because it looks creative, it looks original, it's from the minds of one of the greatest special effects artists in history. This is the guy who has ascended from Ray Harryhausen. He's the one who's passed the torch from Harryhausen. So it's like, I'll go see that Phil Tippett movie. So, Phil, if you're watching this on YouTube, because I know you have a channel,
yeah, it's a channel. That's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. He put out a Prehistoric Beast, which was a stop-motion dinosaur film he did out of pure boredom, and then later a television company said, we want you to make more of this stuff so we can do this dinosaur documentary with Christopher Reeve.
Okay.
Oh, I have that documentary. It was a great documentary.
Yeah, you might have shown me bits and pieces of it.
So it's like, he put the whole remastered HD version of that short that he did. It's wonderful stop motion. Like, it's like, that was, before Jurassic Park, that was like peak effects of dinosaurs in movies. So, but yeah, this one, I had fun. And, you know, it's just a big, dumb, fun movie. Yeah. Fuck the characters, you're going in for the visuals and just the fun time. Yeah. It's a ride. It is a Universal Studios ride. Yeah. In many ways, because there's moments it's like the Back to the Future ride crossed with Confrontation at Universal Studios.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, hi Universal. Where's that? Where's my Godzilla vs. King Kong ride?
You got them dope.
I get like the little heave vehicles which look like the Super X, make them look like the DeLorean.
Oh, wow.
Although, yeah, it's like you just expect Doc chasing Biff through the space-time continuum. So, yeah, I can't remember what my original rating is. I think I gave it about an 8.
Yeah.
Which, again, it's pretty high because I just had fun with it.
Yeah.
And that's what, and it's relatively short, too. It's like only less than 2 hours. So, it's good. I know there is rumors of an alternate cut because stuff got cut out because of Warner Brothers, and here comes the release of the Snyder Cut crowd, which, look, if there is an extended cut, great. Yeah. But does it make me, what's going to make me affect the original movie I saw? No. No. I just had fun with it. So, 8 out of 10. What about you?
Like a 7 out of 10, yeah.
7 out of 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they would have shown a little more Godzilla, I would have bumped it up a little.
Oh, bumped it up a little? Yeah. I mean, maybe if you watch King of the Monsters,
that might help me out.
It might bump it up. But it's good. We'll watch that next time you come up. I don't know. I don't think there's going to be a review of it.
Comment down below. Do you agree with me or do you agree with him?
Yeah, it's like, I'm team I like this, and your team I mixed on it. I don't know. Liked versus mixed. That's the next versus movie. You guys decide in the comments. Let us know your thoughts on the spoilers. Let us know your thoughts on Mechagodzilla and all the references and stuff. If we missed any, let us know.
Yeah,
because I'll incorporate that into the review somehow.
Yeah, it'll help the review and stuff if you guys let us know that type of stuff.
And please go subscribe to this guy.
Please.
We want to get him up to 1,000 so you can start getting some ad revenue.
YouTube.com/ObscureMediaTV, all one word. I do I talk about obscure TV shows and movies and stuff, and lots of lost media related stuff. I got a bunch of stuff coming soon, and I'm really trying to grow my channel, but it's been sort of 2 steps, one step forward and 5 steps back sort of thing.
Yeah,
so it's been hard.
Yeah, I'll say this, if I have an idea for lost media, if you're interested and it's Godzilla themed, they were supposed to do another season of the 98 animated series, and they were going to include a toy line, but the toy line got canceled. So, talk about canceled toy lines. That would be interesting.
Yeah,
lost
cool.
because there's some of the prototypes are out there for stuff like that.
I actually do have a Godzilla-related video coming out soonish.
Okay, all right.
And it's going to feature a special guest. I'm not saying who, but it's going to feature.
I can kind of guess.
You'll know. Don't say anything.
I know.
I don't want to.
You should do something Kong-related at some point. I don't know if there's any lost Kong stuff. Aside from what I've covered. I'm giving you permission to go ahead and use
I wanted to actually at some point cover it was King Kong show in the 60s or something like that.
Yeah, was there lost episodes or something?
Most of it's lost.
Really?
Yeah.
How many episodes was this show?
I can't remember, but I know most of it's lost. It was just some stuff was released on a DVD or whatever.
Yeah, I have the 2 DVDs. I do have the 2 DVDs. So if you need to borrow them.
A bunch more that's lost. I was going to maybe bring you on and talk about it.
Oh, yeah. Look, I've gotten so many people wanting me to talk about that terrible Rankin Bass show because, I'll be honest, I hated that cartoon. It was not good.
Rankin Bass.
The Rankin Bass King Kong show, that's the one that's lost.
Yes.
Well, if you want Lost, talk about that Kong Skull Island live-action series they were going to do, but canceled it, apparently.
Okay. Yeah.
Talk to Ryan about it. He'll let you in, but that would be something, because that was planned and got canceled.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I know I am looking forward to the Kong anime that's taking place in this, so maybe it'll take place in Hollow Earth, and it'll be anime. So it's hey, finally, it's an anime of King Kong, and it's not a piece of shit from the 60s. I'm sorry, people, I don't like that show. I think it's annoying, I think it's stupid, I think it's overly dumb, and it's outdated.
Right.
So, I'd rather, you know what? Part of me wants to revisit the Kong animated series from the 2000s because I was very quick and unfair to that show, and I want to give at least the 2 movies a fair shake, because they did the TV show, which was 2 seasons, but then they did 2 movies. One was called Kong, King of Atlantis.
Okay.
Yes, it's exactly as it sounds. Kong goes to Atlantis.
That's hilarious.
But then there's Kong, Return of the Jungle, where they make it CG, and it's basically Kong and a bunch of dinosaurs attacking cities.
Okay.
So I'm you know what? I'll give them a fair shake. I didn't really review them, but I do maybe want to do them as a 2-part review or something, just,
cool.
because they are technically Kong movies that I could talk about.
Yeah.
So, that's it, guys. Just a little rundown of the spoilers. How long have we been going to? 42 minutes. That's good.
Fuck.
Shit. That was going to be a good video then.
Long-ass video.
But again, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Support us on Patreon. $1 more will get you access to all of our content as well as other special features.
Yeah.
And, tune in soon. We got more videos coming out. We're going to do more opening nights. Next one, I promise, will be The Notebook. And I said this after seeing Cruella. Hindsight, I'm actually really looking forward to that. Because Cruella is the worst mainstream movie I've seen. And you know what? I've heard about the recent Disney lawsuit. And look, nothing against Emma Stone. She was given whatever she could with the material. It was mostly just a terrible fucking movie. But I will give her credit. Yeah, maybe she's suing Disney not for the contracts, but maybe the fact that the movie's a big pile of fucking Mickey Mouse shit.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah,
avoid it, man. Watch the Glenn Close movie.
Yeah.
Watch the sequel, 102. That's a way better movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch Scamp's Adventure. There's the cartoon.
Yeah.
101 Dalmatians cartoon. That was a better one.
Yeah.
But now we're rambling. So until the next video, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. BigJackFilms signing off.
Media TV signing off too.
Signing off, and keep watching the movie. It's fun. I had a really good time with it again. So, until the next one.
Movie after sure.
Yeah. See you guys later.
Bye.